How we are all doing YouTube, and welcome in another episode of the Build on Pro Standard series. And today I will go through my new training split, new training program, and for all the reasons why not, and yeah, let's get stuck into it. Oh, but if you could just please subscribe, like, and comment below, it would be very appreciated. So, starting off, I think it's worth mentioning what was the previous split and how things were moving. So, since I stepped off stage in November last year, I was following an upper lower rest, upper lower upper rest rotation, which honestly was a very demanding split in a sense that on both leg days I had a hip hinge, and all three upper days I had some sort of an back movement. So this split required from me a lot of staying on top of my recovery because it was very demanding. And honestly, I made an absolutely enormous amount of progress on it, especially with body parts like my shoulders. My delts blew up completely on the split. So it was a very almost 40 weeks of growing in this manner, but it's time for a change. And right now I'll go over a few reasons why I'm changing the split. So the first one is I just want to be able to hip hinge from the floor and do a free weight row. This is something that is just unsustainable on a split with such a big demand for your back. So yeah, I actually started the last when I started the push-up, I actually had a stiff leg deadlift, but honestly, it didn't last long because the recovery demands that the stiff leg deadlift puts on me was just unsustainable on the split. Also, I noticed that the carryover from the previous upper body session to the next one is getting worse and worse. And this is just something I just feel unproductive about. So these two are the main one. Of course, I also wanted a bit of a change, but as I would go deeper into this video, you will see that actually not a lot has changed. So the initial idea was to go back to something I've been running for ages, so just upper lower rest, push pull legs, or actually pull push legs, because I like to hinge on my pull day and I don't want to have it a day after or a day before the leg day, so I was always splitting it with a push day. But I was like, yeah, but I kind of want to hip hinge 3 times. Like I have 3 different hip hinges I really would like to include in my program. And right now I'm not really scared on time and I can do whatever I want with my split. So something that I know works very good for me is just 2 training days, 1 rest day, 2 training day, 1 rest day. I always feel like this third training day kind of suffer the most. Uh, and guys, if you know me, if I could, I would be training twice a day, 7 times per week. Like it's very hard to get me out of the gym, but I feel like this is something I will benefit the most and I will enjoy the process the most, which is honestly one of the most important things. So what I've invented, I will be running upper lower rest, push pull with a hinge, rest, upper B rotation, lower B rotation, rest, repeat. So basically not a lot has changed because I still have 2 upper body sessions, 2 lower body sessions, but I have a separate push session and I have a separate pull session which is dedicated for my stiff leg. Let's move on to the exercise selection now, because this is probably something that a lot of you are interested in, and honestly 85% of the program will stay almost identical, because if something works, there is no reason to change it. Uh, Simple as that, honestly. So majority of the lifts, especially for my upper body, will remain the same. There will be some swaps. So probably one of the bigger one would be on my second lower day. I want to get back to the Cybex squat press. I want to move from the Cybex hack for right now to the Watson hack. And the reasoning behind that is I prefer the Gymleco hack over the Cybex, and I will still run it as I did over the last 40 weeks. But with the Cybex, is like it's so similar to the Gymleco, but a bit worse at the same time, that I just want a bit of novelty. Something we are missing in Nuri is the 35-degree leg press, which I honestly love. It's like the best thing ever. And the Watson hack is adjustable. So the idea behind that is to adjust it to around 35 degrees to kind of mimic this plane of motion. We will see how it will go. So what other adjustments do you make? Guys, as I said, if something works, I'm not changing it. The stuff that doesn't work, I will change. So one of the changes, for example, will be the Nautilus overhead press. I love it. I have a deal with Kifi to, stack it with 3.5 plates for 9. But the one in the Jim Nuri, when you pin it, like, it's so sticky that like it's just so frustrating and it just doesn't move. So this will get swapped, for example, for the plate loaded Cybex shoulder press, which I actually ran today, and it feels amazing. Of course, the entire split kind of gives me a bit of more freedom to program a bit more movements, because basically the same frequency is spread not for 7 days but for 9, so more recovery capabilities, so a touch more volume per session can be achieved for me. So my pull day, this is the brand new session, will look something like a vertical cable pull down onto the stiff leg deadlift, then pendlay row, then a lengthen bias prime pull down. It was supposed to be a citadel pull down, but basically 2 days before I started this new split, it was taken. So also quite a good timing for a little change, because we also got a great preacher curl, a great tricep machine from Prime in Nuri, and one of the leg days will actually start with a preacher curl. And on this note, something I will really want to put emphasis on this time is my calves and my abs. I think like I can bring them a bit more, work them a bit better. So that simply means a bit higher frequency and putting them at the start of the session. And honestly, I was always like, yeah, like in theory, the calf work would not affect my push work, for example. But I was like always, yeah, I want to come to the gym and like the big lifts first. But right now, I know what I need to prioritize. And honestly, I did the upper body session today, where I started with 4 sets of abs, then 4 sets and a drop set of calves. And honestly, I never felt that I did so productive work on those body parts. And at the same time, the push and the pull session, the push and the pull aspect of the session didn't suffer at all. So it's actually like a win-win situation, guys, where I'm not losing anything. I can only, take more out of what I was currently doing just by switching the order a bit. So, of course, apart from having a separate pull day, I will have right now a separate push day. This simply means I'm able to also have a bit more variety for my push work. So I want to get back to the Smith. I didn't include the Smith in my previous program simply because in the Nuri, we have basically one Smith. The second one is broken. And, like you can do everything on the Smith, so it's almost always taken. But right now I feel I want to get it back a bit to those, bread and butter movements, those most simple ones, where, when I started in Nuri, I was like, yeah, right now I have all of this equipment. I've been training on only like hammer strength, basic stuff, some Technogym PCs and free weights. Right now I have everything available, so I wanted to introduce more and more of those. Right now I kind of want to strip it a bit back to basics, so like a regular cable pull down, regular Smith overhead press, some bread and butter movements. And I think this will work absolutely amazing. So running over the split itself, I start the first upper body session with abs, calves, then it's chest, back, shoulders, and kind of I like the switch over. So always my upper days are chest is more of a priority, so I start with it, but then it's a back movement before the next chest movement. It simply gives me an opportunity to rest kind of in between the sets, which I feel like it's much more productive, and the backward doesn't negatively affect the chest work. So again, win-win situation. Then the B rotation, then the A rotation of legs will start with a preacher curl. So I did not do bicep today on the upper body day. So then I have a preacher, then I have adductor extension, seated leg curl, and then moving on to my quad compound. So that would be the hip press. I think I want to stick with the Gymleco for right now, but this might be replaced with the Rogers. We will see. Then the Gymleco hack, Gymleco RDL, and a Bulgarian split squat to finish off. So that will be the entire session. Then I take a rest day. Then it will be the push day. So I will start it with calves, then on to the overhead press on the Smith, and some of the chest and direct tricep work. I also will go back to body weight, the dips, which I'm super excited about. Then the pull day, which I already kind of touched upon, it will be a vertical pull down, stiff, then pendlay, after pendlay, lengthen bias, pull down, and the prime upper back row, and then 2 bicep exercise, 3 sets each, and then a rest day, and then a second upper body rotation, kind of in a similar fashion. So I always, some calf work at the beginning, some ab work at the beginning, which is kind of a priority right now, then a lateral, chest, back, 1 shoulder press, and you know the drill. So I won't repeat myself. And the last leg day will be kind of interesting because this will be the one where I will be doing a lying leg curl onto RDL. For right now, I will be sticking with the dumbbell RDL. I really want to get the 100 moving for a nice double-digit set. And then when I will get to the point when I will be like, yeah, the stability aspect is kind of throwing me off, I would like to add some more weight, I will just go over to the rack and just do a barbell RDL, which honestly I'm super excited about because I did it once in the Level Up gym recently, like 3-4 weeks ago, and yeah, I did 5 plates for the first time. I never did over 4.5, so that's a big win. And something, of course, I'm excited about because, as you know, like I train, or maybe I bodybuild because I love training. And yeah, and then after the hinge, I would move on to the Cybex squat press, then the Watson hack, and the isolation work, meaning the extension adductor will be after these compounds on that day. This is something I still like to incorporate. So one leg day is kind of more front loaded with isolation, the other one is kind of back loaded with isolations, if you know what I mean. One thing I want you to take home from this video is the fact that you're changing a training plan doesn't mean that you need to, put it upside down. Like majority of the exercises stay the same. The general structure stays the same. It's some small tweaks that I just need to adjust my training to make it even better. Don't fix something that it's not broken. Some of you may ask right now, okay, Dom, but yeah, 40 weeks of pushing, yeah, so you did like a deload or something. Guys, I don't deload. Like, I feel like this is a waste of time. I want to grow. And yeah, I needed a bit of a rest. So I took a double rest day. And honestly, I did the session today. I felt amazing. Like, there's this oomph in you, especially against short and bias movement. Like, you just don't feel it every single day. Like, PRs all across the board. I didn't need to, reintroduce myself to training, one set practice, none of this bullshit. I took an extra rest day. I am on top of my recovery every single day. I don't need more. And honestly, I don't know how you can rest in the gym. Like, if there is a set, I'm pushing it all the way there. Like, I don't care about the 50-50 reps and like all that science bullshit, like the reps in reserve. Like, no, I'm here to push my limits. And yeah, my form is standardized. I execute it perfectly, but I'm pushing to the limit. And that's something that is super, super important. So the way I approached it, I did on what was it? On Wednesday, I did my upper body session from the last plan, let's say. Then I took Thursday off. I had soft tissue work. I went to the cinema. It was a complete day off. I had no work, nothing to do. Then on Friday, I went to the sauna just for myself. I really enjoy it. Then I had work in the evening, but I kind of chilled throughout the day. Played some PlayStation in the evening. Just chill out. And honestly, I felt amazing today. I was so ready to train from the moment I stand up from bed. Absolutely tremendous stuff. So this is how I like to approach my own deload training, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. Find what works for you. Like, nobody will tell you that a D volume fucking 14 days will work better for you if you have not tried this. I know that for myself, it's just an extra rest day. If I would be extra battered, I would take 3 rest days. But I feel good. So we fucking attack it. No time to waste. Time to grow, baby. Because it's probably closer to the next pullback than it's from the last, so from prep. So yeah, I need to make the most out of this time because yeah, juniors, I'm coming. So yeah, guys, I think that would be it for this one. I hope I will make something out of this video because it was like a wrap. I am completely unprepared to talk about it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. And I will be coming this and next week with loads of YouTube videos, and I will go over each session with you. So actually, I'm taking the Nikon tomorrow to Newry, and yeah, I will shoot the leg day for you. So that's very, very exciting. I hope you are excited as well because yeah, it's big times, you know. Mm, it's always, even though it's a small little tweaks, you know, it's like it gives me so much fun. Guys, once again, if you enjoyed this one, please leave a like, subscribe, share it on your stories, and as I said, more on your way to come this week. So I wish you all a bearable week. Thank you.